issues, Madam Speaker, that I want to raise from that report. The first one, Madam Speaker, deals with the issue of board minutes unavailability. Madam Speaker, let me try to put things into perspective. All companies are run by the board, or MJs, there's one called the board of directors. The board of directors, they are the ones who set the strategic direction of a company or an MTA. So, this board, they perform various important functions. They don't do day-to-day management work. They just set the direction of a company. So, when the Auditor General visited this GMB, they realized that there were no board minutes. Board minutes, Madam Speaker, they represent the record of the decisions which have been made by the board in a way of trying to champion the strategic vision of GMB. So, the absence of these minutes, Madam Speaker, to me, it tells a very big story. It then tells me that the GMB was run like a abracadabra. There was no, because the absence of minutes, it either means two things. First of all, it means that maybe the board of directors never met, or they met, but they hit the minutes for reasons best known to them. So, I would have loved the Public Accounts Committee to go a step further, to go and establish if the board of directors, this board of directors at GMB, if they got what you call directors' fees, because those directors' fees are linked, are payments for the meetings that they would have done. So if they've got those directors' fees, I would like to encourage the Public Accounts Committee to make sure that those fees are returned back to government, because they were paid for nothing. Madam Speaker, you will find that a board makes very important decisions for a particular, for GMB. Under normal circumstances, it makes decisions related to finance, to talk about getting into new markets, the measures and so forth. So if the board never met, or they did not disclose the minutes of those meetings, it is clear that the decisions of GMB are not known. It's covered. Madam Speaker, it is the board that make senior executive appointments to run the day-to-day operations of GMB. So, when we don't have any information, any record whatsoever of the meeting of the board, it then sets a very dangerous trajectory in the manner in which corporate governance is concerned. We expect GMB as a big national department to ensure that corporate governance is adhered to at the very highest levels. Let me take on the other issue which is very important. The issue of lease rentals. Madam Speaker, let me just try to put this into perspective. GMB has its own assets, but then GMB rented out its assets to another company called Silo Food Industries. So when GMB leased out, it rented out that property. GMB would get rent on a monthly basis, and the Silo Food Industries will use that property. So what will happen, Madam Speaker, is for the year 2021, the lease agreement expired. When the lease agreement expired, Madam Speaker, there was no renewal. So in this case, GMB becomes the lessor and Silo Food Industries becomes the lessee. So previously, the years before 2021, GMB used to get rental income from Silo Food Industries. But then after 2021, the contract expired, the lease agreement expired. When the lease agreement expired, Madam Speaker, GMB did not renew it. So the question then that comes is, where was the rental income which was due to GMB, which was not recorded in the books? This, Madam Speaker, again, it is a clear, classic example of outright corruption. This kind of corruption, Madam Speaker, is endemic. This kind of corruption, Madam Speaker, is systemic. This kind of corruption, Madam Speaker, is rampant. This kind of corruption must be nipped in the bud once and forever. Madam Speaker, you will find that GMB was still having the services of an estate agent who was responsible for helping GMB to draw lease agreements. They kept the agent on employment, regardless of the fact that the lease agreement was not renewed. So what it means for the figure is, there was someone, I would like to suspect that those directors don't produce the minutes. I would like to suspect that individual directors, the deliberately did not produce or renew this list so that they get kickbacks from the rental income, which is a classic example of corruption, Madam Chair.